Jay, hey, thank you for joining me. I love having you here. You're one of my favorite people in the world.
Same.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit about your event.
Yeah.
So, for anyone who hasn't been before, can you introduce yourself, give us the quick story behind the Pioneer Rodeo, what inspired it, and what you're trying to create here in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, well, Jay Dial, I'm the owner and CEO of the Pioneer, and which we just recently agreed that we are I'm the highest paid janitor, the most voluntold person what to do. An amazing team really builds up the Pioneer. It's not just me by far. It's the entire team, but built on family and friends that really started what is effectively Triple J, and where Triple J produces the Pioneer. Pioneer being a community initiative and an event that was surrounded by the idea of wanting to give back and be heavily involved. And so where we maximize that to also our partners, like Side by Side Fury, we wanted to make something a great event, community-centric, but also make sure that our partners get the most out of it. So where it's not just the converging in August at Norris Penrose Event Center in Colorado Springs, it's far more than that. It is an annual level of thing that we're doing right now. This is something that we do even in the off-season to maximize visibility for Fury and for Pioneer and the collaborational effects. That's a little bit of a very, very, very 50,000-foot view of Pioneer overall, where we produce a rodeo and a demolition derby, to the partnerships that make it happen.
Well, having said all that, I would say that you're very successful in that event.
Thanks.
How does the Pioneer stand out from other rodeos in the state, and what makes the event feel different or special for families and fans?
You know, it's our own flavor, if we're being honest. You know, there's so many rodeos, both on a PRCA level to CPRA level to what we call an open event, where there's no sanctioning at all. You just naturally just start it, and that's the way we started it itself. The thing that we've focused on, specifically that out of Colorado Springs and the Front Range, including Castle Rock, Denver, Pueblo, was the fact that naturally people want to be entertained anyway. And so where we are at the historic Norris Penrose Event Center, we're outside of the peak season, and that of July, being that we're in August, we wanted to also provide our own level of flair. So it's branded heavily of the Pioneer. You come, you get something that was built on faith, family, and fun. And out of that was kind of our edge. It really is more the atmosphere than it is anything newer that you're going to see. We just bring our own flair to it, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk us through the 3 days at Norris Penrose Event Center. Obviously a beautiful place. What are the main events and the overall vibe people can expect each day?
Oh, you got to know how much I love the word vibe. Next to moist, I love vibe. Naturally you're going to end up seeing the main rodeo events: bull riding, bronc riding, barrel racing, roping, steer wrestling, but the thing that I think what you'll end up seeing as well, actually I know you'll end up seeing it, is the mini broncs, the mini bulls, and the mutton busting, where naturally we only see the kids wrangling the sheep. We bring in the mini bulls, so these are full-grown bulls that are, they are a Temu size of the big boys. Same thing with the mini broncs, so we got the kids, we got plenty of stuff there. So that's a vibe. There you
Absolutely.
go, a little bit of a vibe.
It's a fun vibe.
It's a fun vibe, sure. And then we pray away the moist weather, so just to tie that in. And then, of course, we end up with the Demolition Derby on Sunday. So it is 2 separate rodeo events on Friday, Saturday. The Demolition Derby, as well as some other really cool racing, moto level stuff coming into Sunday that we're finalizing. That's really of the heartbeat of what you're going to see at the Pioneer Rodeo and Demolition Derby.
Yeah. Well, this year you've got some serious star power, though, too, right?
That's
because
right.
Denver Broncos legends Terrell Davis and Eddie McCaffrey, plus Cowboy Lloyd from Yellowstone,
That's right? That's right.
So how did those appearances come together, and how does that add to the weekend?
If you are a Denver Bronco fan like I am, I go Broncos. We are
bleed blue and orange.
Orange
right?
and blue,
yeah.
Baby. That's right. It's Broncos country. It was only natural that we're like, you know what? Let's see if we can't bring in a little bit of football. It's preseason. Let's get Terrell and Ed. Those are one of my 2 favorite players next to Rod Smith. We just love them. Anyways, the point of it being, they come in on Friday, and we do have autograph sessions available right now. So people can go on the Pioneer. You can buy your autograph sessions and go get those handled. So you'll be able to meet them. Same thing with Lloyd from Yellowstone. We actually were trying to get Cole Hauser initially, and so which his agent and everybody else. You imagine his schedule is just slammed now that he's obviously filming out of the 4.6s and everything out of Texas. So Lloyd was so welcoming to come and join us. He's also going to be horseback with us, which kind of gives me a measure of clout that all my friends are going to be like, what? I get to ride next to Lloyd from Yellowstone in your face. So anyway, I'm super excited about it. It's going to be awesome. And you guys are going to get the chance to meet him as well.
Yeah, dude, that's super cool. Yeah, it was a great touch. So as a CPRA sanctioned rodeo, what level of competition will fans see? Any particular events or moments, bull riding, barrel racing, team roping, and what are the must-sees?
You know what? Of everything you just said are the must-sees. Last year, if anybody joined us that is watching currently that saw us last year, the competition was a lot of fun. The bull riding was really competitive. We had a young, I'd say, kid. My God, if you're putting your hand in a suitcase handle and putting it on a 22-pound horse.
You're a man.
You're a man.
You're a man.
Sorry, M-A-N, baby. You got your man card. But 17 years old, he got on 3 bareback horses and walked away limping, but won the event.
Yep.
So those are absolutely must-sees. But we are bringing in some amazing ropers, really, really, really good and fast horses. Truth be completely told, the thing that separates the CPRA from an open show, so the Colorado Pro Rodeo, this is centric here. We're also in a time of year where people are really vying for that last spot into Montrose at the finals. So they are coming in hot and heavy. And we were, 2 things, voted the best new rodeo in the CPRA, and we were a showcase rodeo where there was only one of 2. We were one of 2 showcase rodeos last year in the CPRA, and it is looking really stacked for sure.
Cool.
Yep.
So cool. Sunday wraps up with the Demolition Derby.
Yeah.
What makes that such a fun cap to the weekend, and who's it really for?
Well, answering the first question, I imagine I'm certain, Spencer, I'm not the only one that's thought about just picking a real active intersection and parking and eating Chipotle and hoping to see something fun. Well, here's the really great news. Come to get some barbecue at the Norris Penrose Event Center on August 16th for the Demolition Derby, and come see Intentional Wrecking.
Yeah.
That's the best part. We watch NASCAR for the
Rex.
Yeah. So in the same way, that is really, if you enjoy a little bit of metal crunching, people signed up to wreck their car. We want to break axles. We want to bend frames. That's the whole point, and that's what we're going to end up seeing there. And then of course, where the expectation is, it's meant to get a little dirt on you. It's meant to be fun, loud, screaming. My son, who's 5 years old, he was 4 last year, watched it for the first time, hates loud noises, and he could not get enough. It's just like, it brings like an inner carnal side of a person that says,
yeah.
Hit him again.
Yeah.
So
it was a lot of fun last year. I was there.
Yeah.
The gas fumes in the air, the dirt
gosh.
flying, everything crashing into each other. I mean, it's great family fun.
break me into a cold sweat with that alcohol, man. I'm like, oh gosh. Next to racing, rodeo is one of my favorite, and then racing and Demolition Derby, it's hard to beat.
It's fun.
It's hard to beat.
So it's a great weekend. I want to take a step back, though, and I want to focus on what you had touched on earlier as far as kind of a global 50,000-foot approach to the Pioneer Rodeo. The Pioneer has such strong community focus, including the Pioneer Ride and Raise program, where a portion of ticket sales support local nonprofits, schools, and sports clubs. Can you share more about what that impact has?
The impact is massive. The why actually comes in at a little bit more undergirding, so that way people understand a little bit more. So at every year, we've always had nonprofits that we go benefit. We've always donated a portion of our tickets back to these nonprofits. Why? We're believers. We love the Lord. At the same time, we want to be able to tithe and give that 10% that direction. The other side about this, though, is we really love our community. And for me, I don't want to go produce something as a means in which I'm the only one that benefits. The problem with that one was that we only had so much capacity, right? I mean, 10% only goes so far before everybody's kind of looking at the same cheeseburger and saying thanks. Yeah. So we wanted to shift that in a way where any nonprofit could be a part of this. And so now that's exactly what the Pioneer Ride and Raise did. We opened it up for any nonprofit to come. You fundraise your own stuff. So kick it out to your friends, your family, your community. You get it out to them. Let them buy tickets to the rodeo, but then we're actually bumping that. We're going to 15%. That now goes back to that. The impact obviously is monumental, because now it's going into where nonprofits are a huge lifeblood into a community where people that are either disadvantaged or people that don't have the kind of resources that these nonprofits really tend to fund for. Now you get to go and we get to support the main area of our community that is meant to go serve military, first responders, teachers, seniors, homeless, dogs.
So impactful.
It's spanned the globe on everybody that can benefit from it, and that's still available if people want to be a part of the Ride and Raise.
That's so cool. For people who do want to do more than buy a ticket, like, how do they get involved?
Well, I mean, we have volunteer options. If you guys want to come actually be a part of the Pioneer, we'd love to have you guys come and be a part. That'd be great. Outside of that, buying tickets, the biggest one, as we kind of tie into Ride and Raise, when you go to check out, so it's on the checkout page, it literally says nonprofit/partner. go on there, scroll down to the nonprofit you want to benefit. It's also on the website, so any of our nonprofits are listed there as well. Those are amazing areas to stay involved. Outside of that, come get a beer or two. Come get a barbecue sandwich from Summit Catering. Make sure to drop by Fury. Come to take a peek at some of the side-by-sides and ATVs that'll be out there. Are you guys bringing a Suzuki with you?
Oh yeah, probably.
You gonna have a Suzuki or two? Come sit on those. Ideally, we want you to have a great time. And then before we actually wrap it all up, we are in fact bringing Booth Bingo out. And that is going to be a full activation as well for people to win really cool prizes. It'll give you the opportunity to visit with the vendors themselves. So there's a lot of really cool things up for grabs just on that alone. And it's completely free to play.
Yeah,
so,
let's talk about that a little bit.
Sure.
What is Booth Bingo?
We don't know.
It's a lot of fun. It is like the best idea ever, by the way.
Oh my gosh, it was really fun. So again, for the sake of stories, and I'm no short of them, we started Booth Bingo out of our event last year. We actually took the Pioneer to an insurance conference. You know those really riveting, line out the door, sold
Super
out
fun,
crowd.
right?
Oh, great. Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of like a subscription to the DMV. But we saw a bingo game happening at one of those events, and we're naturally, we set up events all of the time, and people don't come to our booth. Rodeo is really easy to understand, which also means it's not really a high-driven area for the sake of interest. That place, we were slammed for 2.5 hours, just wrecked, which was wonderful. Had so much interest in the rodeo. And we actually sold tickets and gave out all of our flyers. We wanted to bring it to the rodeo, ran out of time last year, went to go look for a digital option. Wow, cannot talk, digital option this year, and there wasn't one. So we're like, well, shoot, let's build it. We patented it, it's ours. So Booth Bingo now is a digital bingo platform that not only helps drive traffic to the vendors, but actually people get to play, get in, entered in for really fun giveaways. But that was the whole point. And now at the same time, people can experience more than just rodeo, just the Demolition Derby. They get a full experience of family fun giveaways, interactive, gamification, and then of course the entertainment that you paid for.
Yeah, and the cool part about it too, from my perspective, right, is that people that might just walk past me because they're not interested in power sports or something will at least stop by and say hi.
Exactly.
And then we find that we have commonalities
right.
that we can discuss, and it builds those conversations.
It's so awesome that you tied that in, because that is something that we've set up booths at many different events, right? And naturally, we're salesmen. That's what we do, but it's not why we do it. Our end is bulk around community. We want to know people. Right. Shaking hands, kissing babies is our bend, right? But so naturally, people will go to these events and feel like they're going to be the kiosk in the mall. They're going to, for a fake leather bag for $20 now, 19 now, 18 now, 17, just buy the dang thing, right?
Right.
We're not those people. We want to see and meet, and we're here too. We'll see you at church, we'll see you at King Supers, we'll see you at
100%.
Whatever. Might as well at least give the opportunity to meet here. It's more than just the tent, the canopy, and the bikes. Here, it's the person across the table.
Yeah.
And that is, and if nothing else, we want to encourage the level of communication and the potential for friendship.
Yeah, so cool. I think it's such a great idea. And we're giving away our snap koozies this year too.
Hey!
So all you got to do is check that box, come over and say hi.
Come on, save 2 for me.
Yeah. They're pretty cool. They're going to go quick, but we're going to see.
Heck yeah.
Cool. So I know we touched base on this, but tickets are on sale now.
There.
Where's the easiest place to grab them? And are there any group rates, tips, or families, bigger groups?
It's funny you bring this up, Spencer, because I was coming to tell you some stuff. So you are going to find out on this very interview one of your questions. So real fast, how do you get tickets? PioneerRodeo.com.
Okay.
Make sure on the nonprofit/partners, go select Fury. Fury's side by side. That's a nice little plug. That's for individual tickets. Great. We are actually doing and opening up a brand new Honor Seat sponsorship program that this does allow for, if it is a group rate, so you guys can actually get involved. It is a discounted rate as well. So either come be a part of the Honor Seat program, call Norris Penrose Event Center if you want 10 or more, 20 or more, that's fine. But even down to our partners and businesses, if you want to buy them for either somebody else or for yourselves, make sure to give us a call. We'll take care of you.
When is the Pioneer Rodeo?
Pioneer Rodeo. It's going to be August 14th through the 16th. Performances are going to start Friday and Saturday night at 6:30. Doors open up at 4. On Sunday, we're going to start it a little earlier. So doors open up at 2. Show starts at 4:30. We're going to give you guys plenty of time to play that booth bingo. But August 14th through the 16th, Norris Penrose Event Center in Colorado Springs.
I can't wait.
Dude, it's going to be good.
Jay, it was great having you. Always a pleasure, sir.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you more than you'll ever know.
Same here, brother.
We'll see you August 14th through 16th. Okay. Norris Penrose.